statement, and then we'll jump into questions.
Yeah, big home game this week against Jacksonville State. A lot to play for. Anytime you get an opportunity to go out there, be at home in front of your fan base in November and try to get this big win, and then see where we lie with everything else. But big week, Thanksgiving week, all those things, a lot going on. We got a lot of work to do, and get ready for this game. We're a good Jacksonville State team, and our kids will be excited to play. So with that said, questions.
The same used to play Liberty on Friday. It's the potential for a big swing of kind of momentum for you guys. How do you approach that? Whether it's a positive for you guys, you have a chance to play for a championship, or a negative, you know?
Well, you control the controllables. You don't worry about things you can't control, and you play the game to win. And so we're not focused on that because we're focused on beating Jacksonville State. Obviously Jacksonville State's made the championship. I think you got to have a championship mentality about you, no matter what. They're undefeated, and so our guys will be excited to have that opportunity to play that football team at home. A lot of guys are going to be playing their last game at home, and that means a lot to those guys. So there's a lot to play for, no matter what the circumstances are. And if anything else, it's the next game. It's the next opportunity. And the pride that you have for yourself, this university, this program, we play the game to win. And so you control the controllables, and then you try to go win that football game.
You dropped the last two games here after starting off conference play really strong. Do you feel like in your mind there's anything specific that you can kind of point to for why these last 2 weeks have gone awry compared to the start of the season?
Not really, just the obvious. Last week we had a hard time stopping the run, and we turned the ball over in the red zone, two times. The week before, offensively, we were limited possessions, and we didn't do a lot with it offensively, and they held the ball for a long time. So you have two polar opposites, right? And so each game is its own game. You just try to focus on the things that you need to correct from game to game. And, I'm looking forward to hopefully putting our best body of work together and having a good game and playing a complete team game and having a big win.
Jacksonville State already clinching that home spot in the conference championship. Are you expecting them to sit some of their starters for health reasons, or are you expecting a completely competitive game? What are you expecting?
I couldn't tell you. I think the competitiveness is probably important, but I'll just focus on us and what we need to do.
Jacksonville State, obviously another big-time run team. Something that's giving you guys some problems to an extent all year, but definitely in the last couple of weeks. What do you got to do better to slow that down?
Well, I think each week is its own game again. We got to be able to control the line of scrimmage more than anything. And Coach Summers and his staff do a great job of evaluating what each team does and try to give us the best chance for success. At the end of the day, I'm not worried about the yards per se. I'm worried about the points. And, we just got to limit the points. And they've done a nice job of their leading scorer team in our conference. And, they've done a good job of scoring points. So as long as we limit the points and give ourselves a chance to go out there and win the game, that's all I care about.
Do you feel, any morale slipping in the locker room knowing that you all don't necessarily control your own destiny anymore to get to that championship? Do you feel morale kind of slipping at all?
No, not at all. We got a great group of guys that like to play, very honorable bunch. I like to think more than anything they want to go out there and win for everybody, and we need to have a great crowd out there on Saturday, and it's Thanksgiving week and all those things, and so I think our guys are fine. If anything, they got probably more of an edge about them, probably a little more angry about wanting to win more than anything. So, I never worry about those things with our guys.
With it being a senior game, are you planning to get TJ a little bit more involved with him being a senior on this group, or is Caden still in that lead role even in a senior game?
I don't really see anything changing there. Caden will be the guy, and TJ's done a great job of supporting Caden, and he's ready to go whenever we need him. And so, I really don't see anything changing in that regard.
Sorry. On Saturday, Chandler Matthews got ejected in the second half there. I believe it's if you're ejected in the second half, you have to miss out the first half at least. But would there be any further suspension?
No, it's actually he can play.
Oh,
You're just out for the rest of that game. Yeah.
This game against Liberty, I mean, you guys were obviously thinking down 7 in the quarter. Just that final stretch, what went wrong for you in your mind?
You talking about this past game? I'm sorry. Yeah. They controlled the ball. They held the ball in the fourth quarter. We had late in the game, the last 2 drives, we didn't move the ball, didn't score with it. And, I felt like we had some momentum coming out at halftime. They immediately responded, got a long touchdown, long kickoff return, and then they had an explosive play on the screen and scored right away. We were able to answer back again. They got it to 10, and then they controlled the ball after that. And offensively, we weren't able to get the ball in the end zone. So just kind of, they did what they needed to do to go win the game.
How important do you think that last stretch before halftime was? About a minute left. You get them to a third down. You think you're going to get the ball back, and then an explosive play, and they score. How big of a momentum swing was that?
Yeah, that was obviously, when you look back on it, it was a lot. At the time, you would have liked to have said, hey, you're going to the locker room 14-7 at worst case scenario. It was a 3rd and 9. I think we knew they were going to hand the ball off. I think Coach Summers had a good call there. Everybody knew they were going to hand it, and their line did a good job of cutting us out of our gaps, and the back hit it, and it opened up. And it was very unfortunate because, if we stop them right there, they're going to punt the ball back. We're going to get the ball back with about 50 seconds and have 2 timeouts. Or one. I would have taken the timeout, so it would have been 1 timeout. But, that was a momentum swing for sure. But come out of halftime, we did what we said we wanted to do, and that's we got to go score, and we got to go answer, and we did. So it got the game back into a normal rhythm again. But you definitely, with 59 seconds left on 3rd and 9, you don't want that one to turn loose for sure.
Kick coverage was an issue at one point in this game too. At times that's kind of come up in the issue this year. Is it a personnel adjustment, or you guys just need to do something different?
Well, we starts with the kick. We're not getting the kick that we need, number one. We're not getting the distance and the hang time that we need. And then the personnel is some of our best personnel covering kicks, but we're getting out of our lanes, and it starts with the kick more than anything. And so we got to get better with allowing our guys to be able to cover and get down there farther before that return's coming at them. So that'll be a point of emphasis for sure this week. All right, guys, thank you.